The Strait of Hormuz is open, or is it closed? We're not really sure. But many woke up on Wednesday to the exciting news that oil had plummeted over 14%. That drove the S&P 500 up over 2.5%. Everything was great until it wasn't. Now, it's hard to know what's rhetoric and what's real, but at the end of the day, the market was very happy with what it heard. In today's market forecast, we'll take a look at what to expect going forward after a massive market gap and discuss a trade idea that's giving second chances to those who missed it on Monday. Let's start by taking a look at the gap on the S&P 500. I've programmed an indicator that you can download in the description below. It's totally free. And I'm calling it the gap highlighter / forward performance indicator. And there's several settings in here that you can look through. You can choose the gap direction. You can use a range or a single gap size. I've currently got this set to 2.6%. So we can highlight when the market has jumped up overnight. Now, this has only happened 3 other times going back to 2020. And what I want you to see specifically is what happened after the gap. This box, which you can set to be whatever duration you want in the settings, this box is showing you 2 weeks or 10 trading days after the big gap. And I want you to see it went up, it went down, and it kind of went nowhere for the next couple of weeks. Let's go back to the next instance that this happened, all the way back to 2022. We had a significant gap up, and it went up and it went down and it was sideways and kind of nowhere for the next couple of weeks. This is going to get old fast. You can see here, this was the 2020 crash. We had a big gap up and then we traded sideways. In this case, we got a little bit of momentum at the end of the 2 weeks. But what I want you to understand, if you've never had an opportunity to trade a market that's volatile like this, there's some good chance that we could get some follow through on Thursday or maybe head back a little bit on Friday and back and forth. And I'm not really expecting this to do what's called gap and go. So if you missed out on entering a position, if you're an investor and you're like, oh, dang, I wish I had listened to Josh's forecast back here and got into the S&P 500, there's probably an opportunity for you to get in at a little bit of a discount as stocks get cheaper over the next few days. Or if you're thinking, oh man, I missed out on the opportunity to participate in the bullish move, guess what? There's going to be an opportunity for you to participate in a bullish move. Now, it's a little bit tricky right now because it could go up, could go down. We don't have a lot of confidence in either direction. And here's what you need to understand. Since we've been talking about the Strait of Hormuz, let's use a shipping analogy. Let's imagine you're the captain of one of those boats that's just been released and you're excited to deliver your oil. And all of a sudden, boom, you hit a big wave that's out there. What's going to happen to your old traditional compass? That's, the one that's floating in the water and kind of hovering there. It's going to go crazy until it settles down and fixes itself on true north again. And that's what's going on in the market. We've hit a wave here, the Strait of Hormuz wave, and it's going to bounce us up and down and back and forth. And then the market's going to figure out what it wants to do and pick a direction. So be patient. Don't run enthusiastically in the wrong direction. And for the love of everything important, don't get overly opinionated or political in all of this. That's going to destroy your trading account. Now, what we can do is take a look at some interesting trades that did not have quite the same reaction. This McDonald's trade, I pointed out to you on Tuesday in that market forecast. And we actually entered this trade in Power Trader on Monday, and it was profitable, and then it wasn't. And now it's basically back to where we got into this thing. And I think there's an opportunity for people to still participate in this trade idea. Let's take a look at our stochastic oscillator here. And you can see that finally stochastic is just getting ready to cross up through 20. Now, stochastic crossing up through 20 in a stock that's in an uptrend is one of my favorite little setups. And you can come do this exercise. Put a stochastic oscillator on your chart. I use settings 14, 3, and 3. And look, every time it hits 20, what does price action tend to do? Stochastic hits 20, price action goes up. Stochastic hits 20, price action goes up. Stochastic hits 20, price action goes up. Where are we at right now? Stochastic hitting 20, and I'm optimistic that price action is going to go up. One last thing to take a look at. Let's zip over here to the Fear Index, or otherwise known as the VIX. And one of the things our instructors, Chris Burgess, has been watching is for VIX to get below 20. If you wanted a really simple formula for when you were going to be bullish in the market versus bearish in the market, you might say that whenever VIX is above 20, I'm going to hold off on my bullish trades. And whenever VIX is below 20, I'm going to be thinking about entering into some bullish trades. And we're sitting right there. We didn't quite get below 20 on Wednesday, but we're awfully close. And if we see things continue to settle down over in the Middle East, I think you're going to see VIX trickle on down below 20, which could be an opportunity for you to go and explore some bullish trades. Be patient in your trades this week and go check out the last market forecast where I gave you 5 tips on how to trade a difficult market. Things are going to settle down here in the next few days, and we're going to get a lot more confidence in which direction the market's ultimately going to go. Between now and then, check out that McDonald's trade, go do some back trading, go do some virtual trading, or come join us here at TradeSmart University and get some training during this downtime so you're ready to take advantage of the market when it decides to go. Until the next market forecast, blessings and favor on your trades.